Just landed in Prague, hop off that private jet. Well, it wasn't a private jet, it was a commercial, Lufthansa. I was in the emergency exit out, had to get that extra leg space, you know. Yes, I consent to help and open up that door. But this is a mini tour of the room that we actually stayed in. The room that I initially booked was in Old Town Square, but a couple of hours earlier, they notified me and said it wasn't going to be available. So they moved us over here. So they ended up having this bed in the living room and then one bed in the back room. So it wasn't a two bedroom, but there were two beds. Yeah, it worked though. I had no complaints about it, honestly. It was just a little bit of a walk. Obviously, I wanted to stay in the Old Town Square because that's the room that I booked, but this worked out and there's really no complaints. We had to go across this bridge each and every day, but this is Europe. If you're worried about walking, then Europe is not the place for you. Get you some nice walking shoes and be prepared to put in some miles. Now, you could book you a Uber. I don't do all of that. I like to get out there, smell the air, and see the environment. What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm IJ. First day in Prague. We headed to Old Town right now, the Old Town Square. Architecture, A1, but that's how Europe is. You just seen us go across the bridge and everything. That isn't the main bridge. We're gonna go see that probably tomorrow when we do the little e-bike tour. Today we actually going on a dungeon tour. We're doing a little bit of sightseeing before we go to the dungeon. And from there, we're gonna figure things out, man. A lot of tourists. I got my dog Trill with me, you know what I mean?
What's up, y'all?
You know, he too cool for school. But we're gonna go on this damn dungeon tour, see what the hell going on. All I know is if there's any ghosts in there and I don't come back, just know I went out like a G, you know what I mean? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna show you some stuff and we're gonna have a grand old time. Oh yeah, we're gonna find some drinks too. Back in the 12th century is when Prague started off, and it was really just a bustling marketplace at that time. But as the city grew, this became the central location. Of course, it has its old town hall, the Church of Our Lady, which is off in the back, and this became a vibrant heart of the city. Prague has had some pivotal moments from 1621, where they had the execution of some of their noble leaders. Also, World War II left a lot of scars around here, but that's anything in Europe. Almost every city has a lot of historical moments, and we're going to see that when we go into the dungeon. We're going to hear about how the city floods a lot. We also going to go into a nuclear bunker so we can see that, which are active, and there's over 480 of them within the city, just in case something gets crazy. But this is the city center, and it's a beautiful place. Now let's get ready to head over to this dungeon tour. This is the start of the dungeon tour. Now it looks like we're going up underground, but one thing about Prague is the city is built on top of mud and the city floods a lot. So this is actually the ground floor and everything else is built on top of it. So we're not going up underground. And this building actually has a restaurant on the top of it. Down here in the dungeon is where the workers used to sleep. So there used to be 5, 6 of them. They used to just sleep down here on whatever you could sleep on. And yeah, there were rats down here. You see the white sign right next to her head? That's how high the water actually flooded in these areas. So this is about 6 feet. When I went over there to it, I was a little bit above the line, but you can imagine everything from the whole city just gets washed away because it floods so often. And back in the day, they actually used to make their beer from this river water, meaning there could have been feces, bodies, anything could have been in your beer back in the day. So right now, we in the Old Town Square. See the church here? It's crazy. It was built in the 1400s. They actually got finished with it in 2018. It's been struck by lightning several times. But they said back in the day, if you had some money, you were able to do whatever the hell you wanted. You could go whoop somebody's ass, go to the church, give a confessional. The Pope would be like, hey, it's only 50. Get him out of here. You could knock somebody off, 50, get him out of here. So basically you went and paid for your sins. And then the church would be like, hey, they're good. And they would tell the law, hey, don't worry about it. This is some wild shit.
This is the Czech gift to the rest of the world. It's called píšťala. The beginning of 15th century, píšťala means flute. You know, the classical cheap ones you can make yourself. Because of the shape, and if it worked, I'm not saying when, I'm saying if, it would make a wheezing noise. So, again, the flute. Is it a good weapon? No. No. It's two-man weapon. One is holding, the other one is doing all the stuffing and shooting. Now, see, if you understuff it, it won't go boom. If you overstuff it, it can go boom into your face. Yeah, so you have to know how much exactly.
That's right. You just heard it. The pistola. This is the original pistol. So one thing the Czech Republic brought to the world was the pistol. The rest of the European countries, they seen this and they adapted it. And then obviously the word turned into pistol. So if you want to know where guns came from, the original pistol was here in Prague. Now we're down in the torture chamber where all hell breaks loose. They stretch people out. They locking you up. They depriving you of food. If they felt like you're doing something wrong, torture. If you did something wrong, torture. Is it a Monday? Torture. What is today? Torture. It didn't matter. They were sending you down here. Rats would get on you. They would put your arms and your legs through a wheel and just have you sit there. They'll chop off fingers. They did whatever they needed to get their point across. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that they had down here. And this was an actual torture room. Hangings. It was just a regular day out here. That was the dungeon tour. It was actually pretty cool. The torture chamber was the last thing we seen. Now what we're about to do, because we thought it was all together, we're about to go to the actual bunker. Now the bunkers is going to be interesting because, you know, I got a bioenvironmental background, so we're going to see like the hazmat stuff where they suited up during World War II, World War I probably also. But we about to go check that out. We right in front of the astronomical clock. You know, the line's long. I'm gonna give me a picture up there, hopefully. Everyone's up there. I guess right now the clock is setting, but we about to go get these tickets for this next tour. We didn't plan on doing it, but we seen it on the thing, and we were like, man, the advertisement looked dope. Tour guide, amazing. Better go check that out, see what the hell is cracking, you know. Trying not to look like tourists, so I put on all my French stuff so they think I'm a Frenchman, you know what I'm saying, not American. Here go the clock. The check-in for all of these tours are literally right in front of the Church of Our Lady. You just come down here into this alley here. And you see where it says ticket office. The ticket office is where you go in there. You just go in there. I prefer to book everything online, but this one, we just seen it. I didn't know that there was actually a bunker. So we got this one, and it's the ticket office. You just line up. They'll give you a little ticket here. And then you go stand over by the X. So it's real easy. We'll book everything online before you get here. So all you have to do is just show up and show them your QR code and you're good to go. What is that, a 15-foot?
Yeah, you're coming?
You're
coming or you're staying here?
You coming or you staying? You coming?
I know.
Fair.
I mean,
it's just a started early. Dang, this thing go all the way down. Hey, that'd be wild right we got in here. The kids be trying to get in here. Now the ones in Bitburg wasn't this deep.
this is the real
Yeah, this is the real deal here. It's like on Call of Duty when you go into the silo. Oh, yeah, ain't no making out of there.
I mean, you don't need to worry about these sirens. It just, you know, it means that Putin's on the way, but hey, on the way to his private restroom probably. He's gonna spend 3 hours. Oh shit. Yeah. For those of you who have never had a chance to meet Stalin, this is it. This is your opportunity to talk to the biggest murderer of all times. Joseph. Oh no, actually no. Mao Zedong in China is still #1, but he comes close.
Stalin.
I mean, Hitler is like a joke compared to this guy.
During the Cold War, Prague built about 800 different fallout shelters. They currently have around 600 that are still active just in case something goes down with Russia. They are pretty close. They're pressurized and they're good for chemical and biological threats. As I mentioned, I was bioenvironmental, so I really did want to see this because I'm looking at how all their equipment evolved over time, from their gas masks to the different type of Tyveks. You can see here in the bunker, they're showing some of the decontamination that they would do. There's also the room where they're showing where they actually pump in the oxygen. As I mentioned, this is an active bunker. This is just one, I won't even say a third. This is like a fifth of it that you can see. But in the back of the living quarters, this thing goes down about 5 or 6 stories. And I mean, you'll be safe. Then you got 4-ton doors at the top, so they're blast proof. You'll be good down here. How long will you be able to survive? That right there, we don't know until we actually see. But it can hold 5,000 people, but they cut it in half to 2,500. And also all of the subways and trains, you can go down there and you'll be safe also if you're ever in Prague.
So, before we proceed to a flag that has a sickle and a hammer on it around the corner, can somebody give me a hand here? All right. I need two more pairs of hands.
Oh yeah.
All right. Who's got the real deal? Oh, okay. You got the real deal.
Oh, you got the real deal right there,
Okay,
Trip. Watch out for this dude. Let me see, Trip.
You may use these benches to. Yeah, there's a better background actually just around the corner. A red flag and a sickle and a hammer.
Red flag. I don't want no Russian shit.
So, I got.
What up? Well, day one been very eventful. Me and Trill been all throughout the city. Tonight we're going on a pub crawl. We starting off. The first hour is just like beer and spritzers. I got me a little beer, just trying to get the night started, see how it goes. But as you see in the little tour, it's a nice little spot here. You know, everything is, well, it's not underground. Let me correct myself. It's not underground. This is actually the ground floor, and everything in Prague is built on top of it. You probably heard that earlier, but right now we just chilling. We were the first people here. You know, you got to be on time, especially when there's free drinks. So we'll see how the night goes. You know what I mean? Don't expect much, but we'll see how it goes. What up, what up? Hey, all right, day 2 in Prague, man. We going bike riding. My dog Trill, I ain't gonna lie to you. So we got on the e-bikes. we going around the little circle, warming up, right, to see how they like change the gears and shit. This motherfucker hit a bike. I mean, he hit a car, a parked car. 2 of them. The guy was like, oh, are you okay? Do you know what you're doing? So we about to get on this. I got the 360 camera, so we gonna record some stuff. We're not gonna be on here long, man, because the traffic is crazy. We really don't know what the hell we doing, but we about to start this thing off. We're gonna probably do this for probably like 20 minutes. Go see the Charles Bridge, the castle, and the Linen Wall, and we're gonna return these, and we're gonna get back on feet. All right. This bike tour was different. We definitely should have got us a tour guide, but we thought we was gonna be cool, get up in the city, hit the block. No, it don't work like that, because you do have to share the road with the cars, and we didn't know where we were going. He gave us a GPS. Well, you use your phone and it tells you to follow this path. He talking about, yeah, you got an hour with the bike, but I got through with the whole trail in 20 minutes. There's no way, because you got to get off, you got to walk, you got to go up under a bridge. It's a whole bunch of stuff you got to do. And he doesn't factor in that there's a lot of tourists here. So it's very, very dangerous. We weren't on these bikes too much longer. Let me tell you that. It was fun while it lasted, but yeah, get a guided tour. Trust me, you're going to have more fun and you'll feel safe. True story. When we were leaving the bike shop with our bikes, there was an elderly lady that came back and said she did not feel safe. She left and walked the bike back. We were laughing about it, but now we understand why. Man, I apologize. We do have some footage on the bike, but it was a little bit dangerous than we thought it would be. So right now we're going to the Linen Wall. We actually walk into it. It's actually right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, that bike tour, I recommend getting a tour guide because you're gonna be on the main roads, and if you don't know where the hell you're going, you're screwed. But we're about to look at the Linen Wall and see if I can get close enough because there's a lot of people out here right now. This is the iconic Charles Bridge that was built in 1357 up under King Charles IV. Not the third, not the fifth, but the fourth. And it replaced the older Judith Bridge, which kept receiving damage from all the floods that we spoke about and how Prague is always flooding. They said we need a new bridge. And legend has it that July 9th, 5:31 a.m., 1357 is when the first stone was laid to begin construction of this bridge. How true is it? I don't know. That's just what they tell me. So for centuries, it was an essential link between Prague Castle and the Old Town, which you guys know the castle is behind us. You can see it up there on the hill. It's lit up at night. Very nice to see. But this is how they got into the Old Town Square, because we said that Prague started off as a marketplace. Obviously, the market wasn't in front of the castle. The peasants were over in the Old Town Square, and they brought everything over here to the castle. Hey, I got y'all. Look. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. And I know another nigga couldn't handle this. But she shaking that thing like, who's the ish? The look in the eyes so devilish. She like to dance at the hip-hop spot. Says she cruised in the cruise to connect the dots. Not just urban, she liked the pop. Cause she was living the vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I say it again. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I say it again. Success now on feet, you know what I mean? We whooping feet today. Yesterday we did about 22,000 steps. Today, I don't even know what I'm at, but we at the Charles Bridge right now. The bridge we be crossing is over there, you know what I mean? Got the little island up under it. But we finally made it over here. We was on that bike tour. We would have had to walk across this whole bridge. So it's like, it really ain't worth it. I mean, the bike tour is worth it if you get you a tour guide. But this is the Charles Bridge, so I give you a little bit of history of that. And, you know, we done made it. I done pretty much seen everything I wanted to see as far as it comes to Prague. Then you got the castle off in the back. Now, I ain't make it up there, but I can see it. You know what I'm saying? It's lit up at night, so that's good. Prague is cool. It's cool. I recommend it if you just want to see like a European city, especially an Eastern European city. So I definitely recommend it. I wouldn't stay more than 2-3 days. We got here Thursday night, so Friday, Saturday, and then we out on Sunday. Overall, trip's pretty good. Trip is pretty damn good. I wouldn't come back to Prague, but it's always good to see everything at least once, so you can decide if you want to see it or not. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. I'm out this thing.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.